Schedule a free design consultation, and the more you buy, the more you'll save on blinds, shades, shutters, and more from Budget Blinds. Visit budgetblinds.com today.
It seems like one Lakeland wrestler will be moving on to bigger and better things. Moses joins us on desk and has more.
Yeah, certainly. It's tough in these situations, but you know, he's donned the colors for so long, 5 seasons in fact, his sport of choice, soccer and futsal. In fact, he was supposed to be with the futsal team at the beginning of the year, but Omar Amador gave up his amateur status, signing a professional soccer contract with a club in his native home of El Salvador. Now, Amador will be part of Santa Tecla FC, a Salvadorian Primera Division club. The 23-year-old made it official last month after a tryout during Christmas.
Since I was little, I was always like in the environment. I always like looked up to like players from like Europe and stuff, and Real Madrid is obviously my favorite team. So like that was the dream, you know. And then I've always wanted to be a professional.
Amador is currently in Winnipeg, wanting to spend more time with his family while training with a local soccer team there. He says it was a difficult decision to leave Lakeland College, but got some encouraging words from head coach Kevin Wagner.
Possibility that I can make this decision. He said that it was fine, that it would be the best decision I can make, and then that the team, you know, obviously it would be hard to not finish futsal, but he supported me.
Amador will begin training with Santa Tecla sometime in May or June, just before the exhibition season. Now, moving on, when it comes to learning to play a new sport, sometimes you need to fail at certain positions just to find out where you excel at. In this week's Beyond the Boards, Nerman Issa talks to a few Bobcat players to see where they started off and who had the biggest influence on their play.
So I'm here with Evan Schumi, and of course right now you play forward, but that was not always the case. You actually started playing defense.
Yes, I switched to forward after my first year Bantam, and coach thought it was a better fit and turned out to be the better, so yeah.
All right, so we see right now, do you have a player in the NHL that you kind of, you know, similar style, someone that you idolized growing up? Who would be your favorite NHL player?
I'd gotta say Milan Lucic. I mean, he plays a pretty rough and tough game. I mean, he can be kind of a jerk on and off the ice, but I mostly just like his style of play. I think he's a good guy, so.
Well, originally I started off as a forward, and I played forward all the way up until first year Pee Wee, and I wasn't the best forward, so I thought I'd try out defense, and I really enjoyed it. I found that I got to see the ice better and make more plays, because I definitely wasn't a goal-scoring forward.
Favorite NHL player, do you have one?
Currently, not really. I used to be a huge Dion Phaneuf fan when he played in Calgary, being a Calgary boy. You know, he had some great hits his first couple of years, and I liked the way he played. But then started to go downhill pretty fast, and he's not the nicest guy on and off the ice. And so when he moved away, I kind of had to try to search for a new hockey, you know, favorite player, but I haven't really found one yet.
When I was young, I was a big Patrick Waugh fan, so I mean that kind of got me into goaltending, and when I played out, I wasn't the best player, so I figured in between the pipes was the best spot for me.
Patrick Waugh, definitely one of the best to suit up in the NHL. What is it about Patrick Waugh's play that, do you try and emulate that on the ice?
Maybe not so much now. I mean, the game's it's moved forward so much from the time he played. I mean, Carey Price now is kind of a guy I really like to watch. He's a pretty good technical goalie, so I mean, he's a guy that I watch a lot of film on him to kind of see how he does things.
With the Bantam AAA season winding down, a matchup between the Lloydminster Foremost Heat and Camrose Red Wings could very well determine the final playoff spot in the North Division. The Heat are currently 3 points ahead of the Red Wings in the standings, but with only 3 games left on their schedule, 2 of them come against division rival Wings. Now, the last meeting between the two ended in a tough 3-2 loss for the Heat after they allowed a pair of power play markers on 11 shorthanded opportunities. With 2 games and a possible 4-point swing between the two, it looks like playoff hockey will be starting a little early this year. The Heat travel to Camrose tonight as puck drop goes at 7:45. And that is your first look at sports. Gerard Lampow has your weather details coming up.